What's going on, everybody? It's me, Adam, back with another one of my wonderful art sketches. And in this one, I just basically, instead of trying to do what everybody does, or trying the countless tutorials and tips and advice that everybody out there has and has heard, I figured I'd kind of go back to, my younger days, so to speak, where I would just pick up a pencil and just sketch. No real function, no real rules to follow or things that you're supposed to do. Like the Loomis method, for example. Obviously, didn't even. I didn't with this one. Like I said, I picked up my pencil and I just started sketching and let the lines do the work. Now, as I was doing it, I had the thought that while those rules and those tips and all of those things that we're all taught to do are great and they're super helpful and super useful, they don't always work for everyone. Again, I know I taught myself a lot how to draw as a kid and then studied it some in school as I got older, but then kind of fell off from doing art until probably this past year. And obviously that shows, because come on, look at this. But it's something that when I try to do those tips, those quote unquote rules of art, I struggle immensely. But when I can just sit down and just create naturally, it works so much better for me. And I know that's not, like I said, that's not for everyone. A lot of people need the structure, need the laws and all that in order for it to work and to make sense. But I've always kind of been my own beast when it comes to that. I can just kind of take something and I see it in my head or use a reference or whatever and just kind of follow along. It's just how my brain works. Now that's not to say that those rules are bad, but I do think that at times we all depend on those things too much. And again, I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it more so of sometimes those rules really kind of, they stunt your creativity, if that makes sense. But I always like having that freedom. And the best part about sketching and painting or whatever is that you have that creative freedom to just create. And that's kind of what happened with this one here is I just created. Now, I didn't even get into a full rendering. I just kept this simple black and white. Is it perfect? No. God, no. By no means is it perfect, but I'm okay with that because creatively, it's what I wanted. It's what I needed. Because I know we all can get stuck in a rut of like, we want it to be perfect. We want it to look a certain way. We want it to look like something that someone else creates. We want it to look like Sam Does Arts or someone like that, where it's like, man, this is perfect and this is just stylistically looks amazing. Everything about this is just well done, well rendered, well sketched. And in reality, you're not that person. I'm not you. You aren't me. So my style, my creative style is going to be completely different from anyone else's. And that's the best part about art, is that I can do that. We can all do that. Hell, you're sitting there right now. You can You can create whatever you want. So you should. And yes, those rules are incredibly useful and incredibly helpful. But we shouldn't, I don't want to say we shouldn't depend on them because they're there for a reason, but don't allow those rules, those tips, and all these tricks to handcuff you, if that makes sense. I mean, if it does, just, as always, let me know. The comments are incredibly helpful. I mean, that's what they're there for, and, I think everybody's got their own thoughts and opinions on it, I'm sure. But ultimately, like I said, I know at times you really just need to let the creativity be creative. I don't think that sentence made any sense, but hey, whatever, we're gonna go with it. So that's just kind of my thought on that for the day, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that topic. But as always, guys, I do appreciate it, and thank you for watching, as always. If you liked it, make sure you give me that like, that thumbs up. It helps. Subscribe if you aren't, the YouTube stuff, if you want to. If you don't, I'm okay with it too. But as always, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.